Welcome to today's collective reading. I'll begin with clearing with the kyanite and selenite, balancing the energy along all the dimensions in correlation with the chakras, and then raising that energy vibration that only the highest and best good for all who are tuning in may be channeled here today. Just a collective need guidance on today. Begin with where their thoughts are at, where their mind is. Guidance, synchronicities do we have coming through for them from their spirit team, from source, from divine. Okay, we have a merry motive. Number 20 breaks down to a 2, so this is a co-creation. You are all the stars, as well as this form within the fire. You are connected to everything that is, yet you are also aware of your uniqueness, your specific attributes that set your spark, your star apart. Yet you are very aware of your connection to all the lights around you. And that you are a divine masterpiece. Your essence at this point is ever evolving, continually elevating. And you continue to do this in co-creation. You continue to do this as you find the timelines through the different decisions that you make, through the concept of the butterfly effect. This is why you keep elevating. You keep choosing your happiness. Following that intuition. And you know that when this happens, all of the lights that are part of your collective, they elevate with you. You show them the way. And your merry motive is simply that you desire to be happy. To experience peace and joy. Thus the merry motive. And divine is right there with you. And they're all sparkling brighter and brighter and brighter. This is soul stuff. Alchemy, transformation. Definitely beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay. Just meditating on that card, looking deep into it. It's this goofy smile on my face. It's so positive. All right. There seems to be a hint of form. An old soul. old wise soul. Ancient. I get like an image of like an old cane, gnarled old cane, and like this older woman just kind of, it's like your genius is coming to light. All of that wisdom. All of that wisdom. All right, we got 2 right away. Okay. We got Queen of Cups yet again with all the lights. Look at all of those lights. It's beautiful. So this speaks to a receptive energy that is aware of her connection to all that is, yet honors that she must give to herself. To be receptive and grounded, she must give to herself in order to nurture the lights around her. She must be willing to look within, to be receptive to guidance, intuition, coming in through all of herself, as well as helping them alchemize the emotional, intuitive through her own experience. So she knows that wherever she goes, whatever she does, and definitely feel free to invert the gender label. This is speaking to a queen of receptive emotional intuition, a receptive energy that is the queen of this, the ruler of it. She could rule alone. She could have a assertive energy at her side. But in her own right, her own unique presentation, she is royalty. This can also speak to the awareness of what goes on within her is mirrored outside of her, is happening for others around her. So in doing this emotional, intuitive work, looking within, inviting the light, inviting the divine, all of herself, her inner genius to the fore, she's able to alchemize not just her own struggle, but she's able to help all these lights with theirs by working through her own struggle. This is someone who transmutes energy for the collective just by existing. However, in this reading, it is very intentional. So she's not passively doing this. She's actively choosing to do so. The 3 of Pentacles. What I find very poignant about this message, this image here, is you have 2 figures and a brilliant light mix of yellow and blue. This is divine. This is magic. This is source. This is spirit. This is your will manifest, being sent out into the world, and it's co-created. I do get a sense of higher self, current self, like apprentice, master. Very quantum energy here. Like time is an illusion, separation is an illusion. Okay. I don't know why, but they're not telling me to go deeper. Apparently I got everything. Okay. All right. So what does the collective need to know about the emotional? What needs to be highlighted about the emotional state? Yet again, another numerological 2. Okay. Roots of abundance. Yet again, a really old tree. This is like your soul. That genius that's waking up is unlocking something within you, is allowing that genius, that knowledge, that beauty to come through. You have new beginnings. You have all these other souls that are connected and working with you and making sure all this is good and healthy and capable and ready and able to be unlocked. Because the separation is an illusion. Gosh, I wanted to say like 5 things simultaneously. Oh boy. An impression of wings up here. So this is divine representing, you know, guidance here. This splotch of red, I just saw that. The splotch of red, this speaks to bloodline, inheritance. You have alchemized a lot of pain. A lot of pain. And it has allowed you to tap deeply into your connection to not just Gaia, but to the divine as well. You're that bridge. You're the trunk, and all these roots. They're your subconscious, yes, but they're your connection to the collective as well. You receive so much information about the collective through these roots, yet you can say the same of the tree with the branches. So all the nourishment from all these lessons and all these pains, and because you're the trunk, you have been able to transmute that pain into abundance. So all these lights, all of these souls, all of the collective, they gain that ability. They're not stuck in pain. It gets to turn into love and light. They get to not just be in the roots anymore. They get to be up in the branches and enjoy the fruits. They get to enjoy the green, the leaves. If it's an apple tree, they get to eat apples. Yeah, they get to enjoy the fruits of of all of this suffering, because they have aided you, and you have found that. And maybe there's like 4 or 5 of you right now. Maybe all of you are unlocking it simultaneously. The point is not that you are somehow the one unique and everybody must look to you. This is not about ego, because the separation's an illusion. This is something that's attained because you recognize that all of you has manifested this. All of you has contributed to making this possible. And you may be the point, that one last little bit. I'm thinking of that plankton guy from the Happy Feet movie, where that last foot stomp from that little plankton breaks the ice. You may be that. But it was everybody contributing, big and small, needed to break the ice, to break the way. And maybe without your little plankton stomp, it wouldn't have happened. That's beautiful. And because of that, lives were saved, happy endings, families were reunited. Yeah, that's what this is. You may be that plankton, but it's not all about you. It's all about the entire experience of all of the collective, of all of your experience. Okay, let's grab a couple clarifiers here. A lot of movie synchronicities lately. It's interesting. Excuse me. Okay. Don't. Got like 4 or 5 of them there that wanted to come out. There we go. Page of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Okay. This to me validates that this is a very 3D experience. It's a very physical experience of this transformation, this unlocking, this ability to transform. And from the page or the student to the master, the king, every bit of knowledge between, you know, being that student, that novice, to being the master was needed, was valued. Every single page in this experience benefits, just as every King of Pentacles benefits. Yet again, as in the, I'm noticing this, I did a reading recently that had a Emperor from this deck in it. They were both looking to their left. They're both looking to have a throne next to them with their counterpart in that space. So all of that, from the novice to the master, is needed. I feel like there's more here. There's definitely more here. Actually, this is more of the assertive aspect. This is the action within the collective. This is the receptive. Everything that was spoken for this card was the receptive energy. And because of all of this, of the assertive energy, this was made possible. What do we need to know about the physical, the guidance, the insight, the validation even? What do we have coming through for the collective today? Call of the Muse. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? Let me make sure this is a little more stable here. There we go. Just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just called to look at the bottom of the deck. Awakening Genius. What did I say here with this card? This is that genius waking. Number 29 breaks to 11. This is mirrored. As the genius wakes within you, it wakes within another energy around you, or just those around you. You awaken people. As you elevate, they elevate. Exactly. Beautiful. So 31 breaks down to a 4. So this is about foundation. As it's a feminine form, it speaks to the receptive energy, consistent. So as you move through life, as you move through these challenges, as you move to the rhythm of your own vibration, as you continually elevate, it's like a radio station. You keep changing it and changing it and changing it. Song comes on, you don't like it, you change it to another station, to a song that you do. You keep pursuing your happiness, and that is something that is felt, that echoes throughout all of these lights. Like, there's 3 cards here that really resonate so much with that. so much with these lights. As you do this, they can do this too. They learn from you as you keep pursuing your happiness and changing, transmuting, celebrating, choosing love, choosing light, choosing not to give to the dark, but not ignoring its presence either, celebrating it, allowing it to aid you, learning from it. There is wisdom within your shadow. It is not your enemy. It is possibly your greatest teacher. And really, what the shadow is the parts of you that you've rejected, because even like when we're really young, maybe it's one of your first experiences in elementary. You did X, Y, or Z. You had a couple classmates bully you for it or put you down. So you just put that behavior and that way of expressing yourself in a box and didn't let that behavior come back out again. That is part of your shadow self. So acknowledging these parts of yourself allow you to understand yourself and alchemize. So you don't reject them. You allow all of these parts of you to strengthen you because you know yourself. Thus, you're dancing to the beat of the rhythm of your own vibration. Okay, so I had the King of Swords come out inverted. This deck I typically only read upright, but it did land inverted. So I'll leave it sit here like this for now. And I'll read it both ways. I'll read it both ways. Simply because it's only highlighting that you have a choice of how you view this, of what you give to. The Star. Are you giving to love and light? Is there overflow? Is your cup overflowing? Is all the light that you've been pulling, all the souls, all the collective that you've been pulling along with you as you've elevated, and they've been pulling along with you as they've elevated, as you guys co-create this, really? How full is the jar? How full is it? It's like if there were, there's this mythical being keeping track of and measuring all the light, all the love that you give to, and all the love that is then manifested as a result of the light that you gave. Where would this jar be? It also really reminds me quite a bit of catching fireflies in those old mason jars. But those fireflies, they're little seeds of light that you've left behind in people and places and art and music. Even in the food you've made. When you let somebody go first or you get the door for them. All these little pieces of light, they affect everyone. This is 17, which breaks to an 8. So it's an infinite. This is a jar that not only you are filling, but the other half of you is filling. The other half of this manifestation, this mission, this life, this partner in life. Even if you never meet one another, you're aware that you're working with another energy. Even if you haven't met, you're aware of them. So the King of Swords, this is a decision for a very logical, masculine or assertive energy. Are they going to give to what they want, to what lights their fire? Are they going to feed their personal power in this world in this experience and this manifestation? Are they going to give? Are they going to listen to the music that you're putting out, the vibration? Are they going to try to resist elevating? Which can happen if they don't understand what it is or why or where they're actually going to be. I mean, change is an uncomfortable thing. It is. But there's some sayings that I've encountered recently. One is, if you know, I think it was like to summarize everything that you know about life in 2 words, what would that be? It was like a riddle, right? And it came to, it is. And I know it's quoting somebody, but I can't think of who right now off the top of my head. It's some famous author, possibly a poet. And then the other one was that it was summarizing all of the teachings of the Buddhist faith into keep calmly knowing change. Change is inevitable. It is life. It is existing. So this is a decision. That's why it came out inverted, is because this is a moment of free will to choose to resist this call, to resist going along with all the other lights and elevating, because you're the muse in this situation. You have elevated and they are all reciprocating. And it could be very much like a domino effect. It's not all of them, all right, all of us elevated at once. It's those in immediate get the most, the closest reverberation of the call of this vibration, and it kind of resonates out like a ripple effect on the surface of water when a drop or a rock goes into the water. Or when you skip a rock and you leave many ripples across the surface of calm water. All of those ripples, they radiate outward. And then maybe they collide with one another. There's a whole physics behind it. But it is a choice that each one of these lights, each one of these individuals that make up the whole, that is one, that is aware and connected, as separation is an illusion. Each one makes that decision to actively choose to elevate when they encounter your ripple. If that is in the 3D, that's awesome. I know they'll feel it in the 3D. They may not understand it. Like their conscious personality will feel it and maybe not understand it. But their higher self knows exactly what's going on. And they see that ripple as an opportunity to have a better life. To have a happier, more fulfilled life. And the higher self is, yeah, that's what I came here for. Let's do this. That's why we incarnated. I'm on board. But this does come down to a choice to resist with the personality, the consciousness of the 3D, or not to. I will tell you that this reading would not come out like it has if this jar wasn't full enough. If this jar was not full enough, this reading would not have manifested for you in your queue. It would not have manifested. So where are we going? Like, where is this collective? What is their current guided kind of destination here? What exactly is the mission? I guess. I mean, like, it is a very abundant, happy, continually elevating, learning, studying, sharing, spreading of love, light. I mean, it's all good stuff, but what is this mission that all of this is building to? Because I get the sense that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I mean, it's huge, huge. Okay, all right, you want that one? Don't get me wrong, it's huge, but there's more. And that is awesome. Okay, so this is now, so we have 31 and then 13. So these two are very muchly connected. Feeling the world. Through all of this, you are changing the world, even if it's just by existing and loving and nurturing your family and choosing to evolve through the next generation, through nurturing your children. You are changing the world. You feel the pain, you feel that connection to the collective consciousness. What's going on within it resonates within you. You're very, very tuned into that. It's foundational to your soul, to that awakened genius within you. Ooh. This is 20, which breaks to a 2. So we have 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. It's judgment. Okay, I'll show that to you. The art is just beautiful. This particular card has a lot of temperance energy in it for me. It really does. And it emphasizes this personal will. Your connection to your earth heart chakra, as well as your star soul chakra. This is validating this tree reading, but it's really bringing in the new information of the concept that you are an earth angel. You're an earth angel. You have elevated to the point where all the forces, all of darkness, right? That they don't have light in them, right? Like they want all the light gone. They want it to all be dark. It's like the fight between, described about the beginning of the universe, right? The Big Bang. I remember seeing it, I think it was on the Stephen Hawking documentary, but it talked about the fight between matter and antimatter. And how there was just enough matter to win the fight for matter as we know it to exist in our universe. Just enough. Just enough. And this is possibly a representation of that battle. This is the wanting to fight for dominance. So this has not necessarily been an easy experience for you to continually elevate and elevate and elevate and elevate, which is overcoming obstacle after obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. To the point you can't even say obstacle. You've done it so much. You've elevated to the point that you have owned your wings. You have realized not just the awakening genius, the old soul, but that you are an earth angel. You are... To put that into a more grounded way of describing what being an earth angel means is that you have the awareness of all of this and you keep doing it because it's your nature. It's just who you are. It's just the way you move. You don't do this because you want instant gratification. You don't do this because you want to have someone pat you on the back and go, "Atta girl." You do this because you're seeking love, light, and joy. Always. And that has brought you to this level of
being able to channel that much love and light energy into this physical reality to make it possible for all these other lights of this world to not only see more light, to feel it within themselves naturally, to unlock that connection within themselves by default. As you know, I had spoken about the higher self. The higher self is on board. Even if the 3D personality, the consciousness, has no idea what's going on, they know something's going on because their higher self is like, ooh, 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 there. Look there. That's the intuition. You go there, happier, better, freer. Yes, go there. This is why we came here. Go over there. Listen. Oh, I'm hearing Linda listen. Listen, Linda. Like that. Pretty much is like the higher self. So that's pretty much what you're doing, is just by being in this world, continually seeking to be happy, to find your peace, to be in joy. Everyone is elevating with you. Everyone is elevating with you, and those closer to you, they get to learn a little more, to spread to those around them. And it's this chain reaction. For your ripple effect to go around the planet to the extent that you feel like you're holding it in your hand, the divine is really using you. Oh. The divine is like, yeah. Okay, so this pillar of light coming down here, being with, this is the Ace of Wands. This has been manifested consciously by you. Now, this is one of those presents. And there's so much surprises in it. You willed this, but what you asked for was, I want to be protected. I want to be protected from these obstacles. I want to be protected from this big, scary, whatever that is. Like it's like I don't know, an ogre, a golem, I don't know. But it looks like it could do a lot of damage if it hit you. So you manifested. Asked for, you willed. Through your emotion, you desired to be protected by the divine. And you are. This is pretty much a pillar of light coming down from source. This is the aspect of the divine that is the Archangel Michael that is like, no crossing this line. Nope. She's, and I think it's a feminine form here, but this could, it's definitely a feminine form. But it doesn't matter if it's feminine or masculine. All that is being highlighted here is that this is being received. You've received this. So you've asked for that. And in order to have that, you gave. You kept choosing light. You kept choosing love. You kept choosing divine. To feed the divine, to feed the light. Until this pillar came down around you. And in that process of feeding the love, feeding the light, you elevated so many times that you're achieving this protection, if you will, like gaining this divine protection that you willed into being. You gained so much more that you didn't specifically ask for on the journey to gaining this protection. Because when you started out, if you felt this connection to all the collective, to the point that you could hold the world in your hand and kind of marvel at it, it very likely would have been too much. There is a lot of ugh in this world. And you have elevated to the point that you could be this connected and protected and teach others how to do the same. Show others how to do the same. You are part of what's anchoring in this brilliant light into this physical world. And it started with asking for protection. Boy, did the divine give you a lot more than what you asked for. Okay. Not really feeling like there's a summary. Feeling like we'll grab some angel healing cards here. All right, so if there's anything more, any guidance, any specific message that you would like to come through for the collective tuning in today. Oh, okay, that kind of flipped there. Okay, so we have, okay, excuse me with that. I kind of sometimes forget that this has some nudity in it. Oh, okay. So we have the Freedom card. And she's just kind of like, wee! She's got all these kids around her, these little cupids, little baby angels. Just having fun. So you have, okay. You have kind of manifested so much freedom with this protection that you called in, that you asked for. And you were divinely guided along the way, and you earned those wings. Your prayers were answered. And when we pray intentionally, very, very powerful, very powerful. But we also pray when we're not aware we're praying. We pray when we're hurting. We pray when we're crying. We pray when we're happy. Our emotional state, as well as our mental, our thoughts, we're always tapped in. We're always aware. We're always connected. Okay, so this is actually playfulness. So we got some like little baby cherubs here. Very like a Greco-Roman kind of a thing, like this, the sculpture style stuff is what's going on in these two. There is an invitation to find fun. Yeah, you're protected now. You have manifested that and so much more. So much more. This does not need to stay in, like you could choose to interpret this card emotionally as very oppressive. You would think that this angel here, because she's so much smaller than this, oh my gosh, in the background, that there's no way she could win. She could flick her finger and knock this thing out. Like against its cheek, knock it right out. If she wanted to, this hole, you could say that's because she punched it right in the center and it's not connected to its bottom half anymore, and the divine is going to work. That's what all that light is. The light has entered this being, right? Can you imagine the power of that? It's kind of like, have you watched the Bella series, the Twilight series, when she was a new vampire and she was playing with the rock and just turning it to dust because she was so strong because she was a newborn? That's the level of strength that you have in this form, this tiny form compared to that. That thing is scared of you, and it should be. The boogeymen don't want to mess with you because they know how strong you are. They don't want to come against you because they know what you're capable of. And they know you're not alone. not only do you have the divine involved here, but you have all these souls and lights and really the world that is elevating with you, that is stronger in light with you. You're not alone. You're protected. You have this pillar from Archangel Michael, the aspect of the divine that is the warrior, the ultimate warrior, that's made to fight, you know, the boogeymen of the dark side, right? You may even have some boogeymen on the dark side that are, you know, really, they have your back. They're your allies. They may be like, don't, where can I help? Because they have light in them now. Yeah. All right, that concludes today's reading for you guys. Please do like, share, join, so that more individuals that are on this journey can find these messages and synchronicities and know they're not alone. The more people that gain access to these readings, the more seeds of light are planted or reinforced or nurtured in others. Really been called to reinforce that, you know, more recently. The divine within me honors the divine within you. And I am very grateful to be this channel for you today. Namaste.